Good morning, y'all. Today we're going to do some marinated flank steaks, and we're going to get those ready this morning so they can sit in the marinade for 3 to 6 hours before we grill them up. So first things first, we have our list of ingredients here that we will be using. We got some sherry, some honey, sesame oil, soy sauce, garlic, crushed red pepper flakes, and some ginger. Okay, so first off, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and mince up some of the ginger. So I have my ginger here. We're going to go ahead and I'm just going to take a little piece off, and then we'll go ahead and peel that, and then we will go ahead and mince that up. I need 2 tablespoons. This stuff smells heavenly, actually. I've never really cooked with a whole lot of ginger, so this will be an experience. And this is a recipe that I've gotten from the pioneer woman, Ree Drummond. And this is our first attempt at it here at the Bixler Speakeasy, Randy's Bar and Grill. Okay. Now I have my ginger. I'm just going to lay it on my cutting board. And then we're just going to go ahead and mince that up really nice with my Pioneer Woman knife. Yeah, we're just going to chop, chop, chop. Mince that up real good. I actually may need another piece because it calls for 2 tablespoons. It looks like I might be a little shy. That was more about like 1. So what we'll have to do is I'm going to we'll just cut off another little piece here, and we'll just have to go from there. So what I'm going to do is pull off another piece, and we'll quickly peel that so that can be minced as well. So I got that piece peeled, and then we'll just go ahead and lay that on our cutting board, and we'll mince that up as well. So now that we got that minced, and I don't know how things are elsewhere, it's kind of wet here this morning. We had a lot of rain overnight in Pennsylvania, but I think that today it's supposed to dry out a little bit. So we have our garlic all nice and, our ginger all nice and minced up there, and then we'll use 5 cloves of garlic, which we have here. I already got some that's already peeled, so we'll just pull out 5 pieces of that. Oh, can't count, so put that back in the bag, and then we'll just go ahead and mince this up real quick. This actually looks like a pretty simple marinade to make. I guess watching a little too much Pioneer Woman, I get these fancy recipe ideas, even though we don't live out on the ranch, but you know, we'll just try to adapt it here for the speakeasy and go from there. So now I got my garlic all minced up here on the table, or here on the cutting board. I'll show everybody. You can see that our garlic's been minced. Okay, first off, it's a little early in the morning here. I need my sip of coffee. So it says we need a half a cup of soy sauce. So that's what we're going to put in our bowl here. There's our half a cup of soy sauce, which we use my fine little measuring cup here from Pampered Chef. And we're going to put our half a cup of soy sauce in there. Actually, it looks like here in Pennsylvania, the sun's trying to come out a little bit. So we have our half a cup of soy sauce. I'm going to go ahead and dump that into our glass dish. And then we need a half a cup of cooking. I got cooking sherry. I didn't get the real stuff. I'm not a big sherry drinker. So we'll just put sherry in our bowl here. Put her in with the soy sauce. As we go here this morning. Whew, smells a little strong. And then we need to get 3 tablespoons of honey. But before I do the honey, since I know I need the others, we need 2 tablespoons of ginger, which I believe we had enough cut up here on our cutting board. So I'll add the ginger. And that's going to be all our ginger. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to add the garlic. Get that all done in one step. Just do that. Okay. So now what I need to do is I need to get 3 tablespoons of honey, which we have our honey here. I don't know. I always take the top off. I don't like how sometimes it pours out slow. I don't like when things are slow. I like things to be quick. So we got 1 going in. I don't know if people can see that. But we have our 1 tablespoon. We'll have our 2nd tablespoon going in. And then we will do our 3rd tablespoon going in here with our honey this morning. The only nice thing about honey when it comes in a bottle, it doesn't talk back to you like some honeys can do. I'm just going to do that to make sure we get it all in there. We don't want to get shorted out on any good stuff. So now we got the honey in there. I need 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. So we'll go ahead and add our sesame oil. Okay, so that's in there. And then we have our ginger and garlic. And it says a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I know my other side doesn't like, or my other half doesn't like real spicy, so we're just going to give it a sprinkle or so. That way it doesn't get too spicy. And then I'm going to take my handy dandy Pioneer Woman whisk that you can purchase at Walmart, and we're going to put that in here and just whisk this all together. Hopefully my camera angle's good. I'll take a picture here in a second. Let me just go ahead and flip our camera around. And then see if we can get a better picture of our stuff I'm whisking here. Hopefully everybody can see that. There we go. There's a better picture. So we get that all mixed together. And then what I'm going to do is we got some, we'll come over here. It's probably going to be easier to do it this way. I got us some nice flank steaks. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we'll rinse them off before we put them in the marinade. So we'll go ahead and I got 2 of them. They didn't look really very big when I bought them at Hummer's Meats in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania. That's where I get a lot of my meats, but you'll see, they're not real big, so I think 2 of them should be plenty. And we'll go ahead and rinse those. And that's the first one. Let me run over here and get the second one. So I'll come back. Let me rinse off the second one. And then the rest of this process will go pretty quick this morning. And then we'll let these marinate, like I said, for several hours. There's what our second one looks like. So we have those rinsed. And we'll move back over here to our marinade station. Okay, so we have both the steaks rinsed. Let me just move a couple things out of the way. Put the lid back on our honey. Move that out of the way. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take and there's our steak. I'm going to come over here, put it in our marinade, like so. And then I'm going to take, and just to get some of that good stuff on each side, I'm going to flip it. And then we'll do the same thing with the other one. And then that one's in there. And then we'll do that. And then we'll let them sit. Okay. And we'll tune back later and we'll see how things turn out once we fire up the grill and get some Italian dressing potatoes and some corn and these steaks on there and see how that turns out later this afternoon. Thank you, and I'll see you later.